Hey guys, welcome to Binge.
Or Binge, where he talks.
And she talks. And we indulge.
Yeah, we actually eat.
We actually eat, but today it's an indulgence of amazing food.
Yep.
From various parts of the world.
Yep.
Right?
You normally say around the world in 80 days, but we are going around the world in the next couple of minutes.
We're going around the world with
a couple of things.
No, we're going around the world in 6 dishes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
True.
Yay! Finally, I got something right.
Alright. Speaking of which, we've got some really amazing stuff from Apron today. The aromas coming out of each thing is absolutely lovely. Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. And before we actually go into the food, our very first review was of a little baker, and today is her special day. Who's our very first review?
Oh yes! Hey Samara! Samara's Kitchen, a huge shout out. Happy birthday Samara. God bless and wish you an abundance of joy and all the goodness.
We hope you have your cake and eat it too. We hope you don't bake it though today. Someone else bakes it for you. But yes, alright.
Yeah, but if you bake it and you like it, dive in.
Alright, getting back to today's food. We've got food from Apron Tales. And what do you get when you have a 100% mallu and then a 50% mallu and a 50% kodava?
Mallu kodava food?
You get a blend, you get something very, very different, and you get ideas like this.
Yeah, so okay, this is, it's very colorful. It's very not color. I wouldn't say colorful. Sorry. It's very appealing in terms of what we have. The smell, the aroma from all of these things, most of these things that are just divine. Can't wait to dive into it. We have
Pandi curry.
Okay, so we have pandi curry, which is a traditional Kurd dish. Alright, pandi is also known as pork for the guys out there, and we're serving that with.
We've got kadambutu, which I usually call rice balls, and these are the little white things here. So you usually serve this with the pandi curry, and that is absolute kodava Puri style. We've got Italian sausage pie, which is crusted so well, which is baked so well. You can see the crust all over.
It is baked to perfection. It's got the right amount of crust, and we can't wait to dive into it. We have the lemon drizzle cake, which is so moist yet crumbly, and I can't wait to dive into it and see more. And then we have, well, I think if you guys haven't tried it, you need to try it.
It's called the humble man's pie.
Yes, the humble man's pie is the shepherd's pie.
It's called the other humble man's pie. The sweet version of it.
The sweet version of the humble man's pie. Alright, so for the guys that, well, it took a long time for me to try this, and once I tried it, I could never go back. And it's one of my favorite desserts. I've loved it over the last few years, and that is the apple pie.
You can have it with cream, you can have it with ice cream, or you can just have it plain the way it is. But make sure you warm it up for a little bit just to get it a little moist, a little softer. And last but not least is every Englishman's favorite, which is the sticky toffee pudding. And this is their take on the classic salted caramel sticky toffee
pudding.
Yeah, sorry.
Toffee pudding.
Alright, we're gonna dig in because we've got some really amazing stuff.
So we start off with the
Italian sausage pie. Something different for a change.
Alright.
Okay guys, today these are all firsts, as you can see. We've never done any of these before on this particular. Do you want me to cut it?
Yes. Please.
On our show, we haven't done any of these before.
I wonder what sausage is used.
The big kind.
As in what meat goes into this? Oh Jesus.
It's a chicken sausage pudding, pie pudding. Sorry.
Yeah, you said toffee and now you're saying pudding for the pie. Excuse Rebecca today. She's been a little out of sorts.
Thanks to
She's
Sean.
all over the place and she can't seem to get a hold of herself. So
I
please
can.
excuse her.
Once the food is in my belly.
I think you should cut that in half.
Okay guys, this is what it looks like. It is gorgeous.
Oh wow.
The layers are lovely. It is stacked with cheese, sausage, spinach. Okay, I can't see it.
Okay, guys, just feast your eyes on this. All right, it's the perfect Italian sausage pie. In this case, it's made with chicken sausages. You can use a variety of sausages for your pie. It's got, you can just see the layers and the amount of cheese.
That goes into each one.
Yeah, the cheese, the sausage, the spinach. You can see the chilies, and I think you should cut this in half because you need to dig it.
Okay, so the reason why I left it like this is because I like to take a photo of the layers, and you can see such beautiful layers in this. Once done. And just use a fork, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But alright. Sharing is caring, and in this case there's so much on the table, so we have to share.
Okay. No. Oh wow. Guys, I just can't wait to dig in. Just by the outset, from the outset, but just the looks of it, the pastry itself is not very dry. You can see the layers of meat.
It cuts beautifully.
It cuts amazingly well. Yeah, the drop catch just now, and and now it's my turn to dig it. Yeah.
Okay, wow. This is a really, really refreshing pie. It hasn't got masala in it as always, but it has got very, very fresh ingredients to it. As Sean mentioned, you can taste the spinach. You've got a lot of cheese, which you can absolutely devour. Sausages, unlimited amount of chicken sausage pieces, and the crust is not flaky and it's not too thick, so it's the right kind of crust. It is really, really nice. Sean's going for all the meat, but it is good, and it doesn't crumble, which is the best part of this particular pie. It's a very clean kind of food. Can I say that? It's clean because it's not a messy thing where it goes all over the place. So Shilka and Davya, thank you so much for this. It is, the first thing has been divine. We've got more to go through as well.
Wow, guys. Like when Rebecca said clean flavors, I think she was spot on. There are varieties of the pie that you can make, but the Italian sausage pie itself is a delicacy pie on its own. When she says clean flavors, you can taste the spinach, you can taste the cheese, you can taste the sausage, you can taste the
Onions.
You can taste onions, garlic, chili. Chili to an extent where all the pips are removed and it's just the skin of the chili that is used.
Yep.
So it's got a very mild spice to it.
There's something else which I'm tasting that I can't put my finger on.
What?
Olive oil? Is it? There's something that I'm tasting that I can't put my finger on.
And I'm just going to taste
It
it
is
out of
lovely.
the
It's absolutely lovely. This is a Sunday with a difference for the both of us. Starting off with the Italian sausage pie and moving into something more hardcore, which happens to be the which happens to be the pandi curry and the kadam buttu. Correct, not kudam but kadam buttu. Oh, that looks divine. Are you going to serve up? Okay, maybe I should serve since I'm doing this side. It's easier. So okay. Yeah. Oh, this smell that comes out, the aroma is strong. Yeah, it's the kind of aroma that makes you want to try it and makes you want to know what it tastes like. So these little rice balls or kadam buttus, as they're called.
Let me just clear this one out.
Oh, okay. So these little rice balls are fluffy. They are round.
Sorry guys, I'm just trying to clear the table because we got a lot happening here and we just don't want to be too messy. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Which is quite likely because it's me eating as well. Okay, so I'm not used to, I don't exactly know what you do with the kadam buttu. I'm going to smash it up and mix it with the pandi curry. Hope I'm doing this right.
And I'm back. Alright, so guys, so while she's trying that.
I was just going to say, yeah, I get to eat this alone and then be back.
Well, I'm not missing out on this. So, the pandi curry is a traditional Coog dish made with succulent pieces of pork, which is a little fatty, but I guess the fat adds to the flavor. It's packed with a lot of spice, as you can see right here with the reaction. It's got a lot of pepper, quite a bit of chili in it.
You're supposed to finish
garlic.
one kadam buttu, by the way. Just saying, sorry. Can't, like. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
All right.
Chain of thought.
Yeah, and then this is the kadam buttu. I think is made with rice.
Yeah, I think it's got the idli texture, so it's basically similar
It's
to
steep.
idli.
Yeah, it's similar to it. By the touch of it, it's a little more. It's a little more grainy than an idli, if I might say.
Yeah.
It feels a little more. It looks. The appearance of it. It looks a little more gritty than an idli. It feels like there's more of a bite to it than just the soft idli doughy feeling. And Rebecca's just pelting this like there's no tomorrow, and I know she's enjoying it. I can't wait to try it. And yeah, the pandi curry itself is something that I think Rebecca needs to talk about.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I got hit with a lot of spices, but it is yummy spices. It is pepper. You can taste the amount of pepper that's gone into it. It goes perfectly with the kadam buttu, and the best part is you need to finish an entire kadam buttu to get the whole taste.
Not necessarily.
This is my part of the review. So you need to taste an entire kadam buttu, well, like about 2 or 3 pieces of
Yes, dear.
pork, 2 or 3 pieces of pork to get the true taste of it. It is absolutely heavenly. As Sean already pointed out, most of the ingredients, I would say pepper is the main one that is emphasized right through, and it has got a taste of its own. It is lovely. It is spicy. I'm going to emphasize on that, but that's what makes the proper pandi curry. You can't have pandi curry that's not spicy. Also, a little more that I should have told you was, can I not lick my scissors? Okay.
There's one special ingredient that we forgot.
Oh yeah, I forgot the main ingredient that the both of us love, which happens to be the Malabar tamarind or the Kerala tamarind, which is, it's got another name which I've forgotten, but it is used in a lot of curries with regards to South India. and also it's grown in Indonesia, if I'm right. So there are just two places where it's predominant in, and that adds to the pepper because it's got a nice tanginess, and that is something that's very, 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 very evident. Thank you, but I need to lick my fingers.
Alright, okay. Alright, while Rebecca is finishing off her fingers as well, more about the dish itself. The pork is cooked for long hours. Alright. It was either pressure cooked. I think this was pressure cooked, but it's that melt in your mouth kind of meat that you always like to have. It's not it's not overcooked. Alright? It's not over when I say melt in your mouth goodness of the pork, it's not overcooked. It's just cooked to a point where it can just it's like a fall off the bone kind of tenderness. Alright, it's like clean off the bone kind of tenderness, which is the best way, which is the way we like to eat pork. And the dish itself, you can taste the tamarind.
Yeah.
But it's a very, very, it gives it a very mild taste. It's not overpowering. The ingredients, the spices which makes this dish unique is what actually stands out. You can taste the pepperiness, the onions, the chili that goes into this dish, which is what makes this dish such an amazing dish that is loved throughout India. For the guys down south, for the guys up north as well, if you do come down, this is one. If you do come down south and if you do go to Cool, this is one of their delicacies which they take pride on.
Yeah.
All right. This is one of the dishes that give them immense amount of pride.
Including the karambutu.
Including the karambutu. Sorry, not to take the karambutu aspect away. But in terms of the pork itself, it's such a vibrant, flavorful dish that is like none other in terms of Indian food.
Yeah.
It is something that you need to taste. If you guys like spice,
these levels are like the spice levels.
The spice levels is going with this dish. The spice level goes up a notch because you have the peppery taste that hits the back of your palate, and then you have the chili that's just like a
it also
knockout
burns
blow.
your lips to a little extent.
Yeah, that's because of the chili. This thing. But it's for the guys that like spicy food. It's not very, very spicy.
Yeah, so that it is sort of.
It is manageable, and I think the karambutu cuts off the spice as well.
But I have to say, we're done with the lunch part of it, and we're going into a dessert
Now
course.
it's dessert time.
But I have to say, so Davya was in the corporate sector, then she moved into food, so trying to figure out new things in the kitchen.
With the pandemic, I think that it's one good move for a lot of people.
Before the pandemic as well.
Before the pandemic.
I think so, because so Shilka, so Davya is the pure Malu, and Shilka is the Malu Kodava, which is the Malu Kuti. And so I know Shilka going back. Well, she was a senior in school, and I still remember the one thing that I remember, because I think she was a little ahead of me, was Shilka was head girl. So she's always had her head screwed on, right? And hence I said she's always had her head screwed on tight, and if it's not for Apron Tales as well, she runs an event company called Aminati as well too. So and we've already done a hop, skip and jump with regards to
we've gone from the land of Italy with cheese, sausage, cured meats to the land of the pandi curry, the pork curry, which is a different. You had the cleanliness of the meat, the cheese, the spinach, the garlic, the onions and chili. But with the chili, you had that hint of spice, But with the pandi curry, it's just that in your face
So,
kind of spice.
I get what Sean's saying. So basically, the spice level for the Italian sausage, from the Italian sausage pie to the pandi curry, was literally a triple jump.
Yeah, you can say that it was literally a triple jump.
Shilka, you get what I mean when I say it was literally a triple. Why am I
Triple.
stammering? It was literally a triple jump from from the Italian sausage pie to the pandi curry with the spice levels. Extremely lovely, but we need to shift spotlight onto the three main elements that are keeping our hearts pumping and jumping. So next up, we've got, what are we doing next?
What would you like to do?
Alright guys, so next
I think
up,
we are going to stick with. No, actually, I don't even know which side to go with.
okay, so I'm gonna say we save the apple pie for last.
Yes, we definitely have to save the apple pie for last
So we
because
put
it
the
is
apple pie there.
our favorites and we absolutely love it.
Okay,
I'm
we're
just going to
gonna
move
be-
this aside
Sounds
as
good.
well.
We are going to be starting off with the salted caramel sticky toffee pudding. And as I said, this is something which is a favorite, especially in the UK. So you'd find this in most of the pubs, probably after pub roast lunch. And this is something now available here. So let's see how it is. It cuts beautifully. It's coated really, really well. And it looks
Oh wow, guys.
it looks gorgeous. Do you want to lift this up?
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks, ooh, my hands are gonna get sticky, but it's worth
Oh
it.
wow, guys.
Look at that.
Just off the top, the taste of the sticky toffee pudding. Sticky salted caramel toffee.
Salted caramel,
Sticky toffee pudding. I got it. Alright, so you can taste the saltiness and sweetness from the caramel itself. I don't think Rebecca's gonna share that piece, so I better
no.
no for the people out there as well. I think I can give them a better view if I do this. Alright guys, just first off, just off the top guys, it cuts like butter. Alright, it cuts like butter. You have
Sorry about that, guys. We're back. Sean was mentioning that it does cut like butter. It tastes really, really nice. But the one thing the both of us left out was the dates. So it is a sticky toffee date pudding. Okay. Salted caramel, rightfully so. It is salty, it is caramel. I'm not that big of a fan of salted caramel, but I do love the date sort of cake. Can I say cake? The date cake, because
pudding.
the pudding, yeah, but it's the base is a cake, isn't it?
This is the pudding itself.
Yes, but this is the cake on the inside. Yeah, so the date cake is something that I do like, which is a part of the pudding, as Sean mentioned. So it's basically date cake covered in made in the form of a little bunt. So a bunt is the cake with a hole in the center, and not anything else. A bunt, B-U-N-D-T, not anything else. Just saying. And to add to it, you've got the salted caramel toffee drizzled on top, which makes it sticky, and hence the name salted caramel sticky toffee date pudding.
Wow guys, to be honest, not that big of a fan when it comes to caramel.
Yeah.
Pudding, I am a fan of, but very, very selective. But guys, with regards to this, the bite that you get from the date, when I say bite, it's a very subtle kind of a crunch that you would get when you bite into a date.
Yeah.
It's packed with a lot of dates. The pudding itself is packed with a lot of dates. So you get that the earthy sweetness from the date. All right. The pastry itself, the cake itself is moist. It's not very dry. I'm not talking only because of the sticky, the salted caramel sticky toffee on the top, but I'm just saying about the cake itself. You can taste that it's moist. It's an overload of flavors that you get.
Yeah.
It's like a confusion. It's like
It's a confusion of flavors in your
yeah.
mind.
It's like
true.
it is like a confusion of flavors in your mind. If I have to say it's got how do
It's
I
got
put
the
it?
saltiness of the
No,
caramel.
I'm not talking about. It's got all of this put together is like an explosion of flavors that gets you so confused. You don't know what you're tasting because you've got the dates, you've got the cake that comes through, you've got the saltiness that hits you right up front.
It basically touches.
It goes from salty to sweet to toffee-like cake date.
So it basically touches on all the various points of your palate. So you've got the salty, sweet, bitter, and
I wouldn't say bitter.
there is an aspect that when it's
Like as it
further up.
goes, it just gets that bit. Yeah, so you can say that it has a very neutral kind of a flavor in the middle, and then goes to the dates.
Yeah. So it basically touches all your pain points on your palates, as I would say. But we are moving on to something that is really nice. So, as we always say, sometimes looks can be deceptive, and even if it means in the form of a very simple cake. Because today we've noticed that a lot of people like things with extra cream on it, and basically decoration and XYZ. But sometimes you just need to go back to reality, back to the basics, and if you can hit the nail on the head, then that's exactly what you need to do. So Apron Tales did that with regards to their Italian sausage pie. They've also done that with one of the most amazing pandi curry and kadaputtu in Bangalore. The sticky toffee pudding to me was really nice, but I think it's time for me to try the lemon drizzle cake.
Wow. The lemon drizzle cake is a basic sponge cake with a lemon syrup,
Yeah.
a zesty. How do I say it? It's like
It's citron all the way.
it's a very citrusy uplift to the cake itself. It's so moist and so much of citrusy goodness that comes out from it. Sweet citrusy
What it
goodness.
looks like.
This is what it looks like. A slice this big can be finished, but it would be a challenge.
Yeah,
It would be a challenge.
it definitely would.
The richness from the syrup and the cake itself is so overwhelming that one bite, trust me, one bite is just not enough. One bite does not do justice to this cake.
I agree. Sorry, hit the back of my palate. Wow. So this is really nice when it comes to lemon drizzle, because as Sean mentioned, it was the moistness of the cake, moisture in the cake, and you've got that lemon flavor that hits you. That's the strong taste of the lemon, which is it starts off sweet and then it gives you the original lemon flavor. Am I right?
It starts from down here and it just keeps elevating.
It does. It absolutely does. So this is something that is very different. I think all of our dishes today have been very different in a first. And Shilka and Davya, you all have really outdone yourselves.
It's taking us to different parts of the world, different flavors, different flavor profiles, which is unlike anything we've had on the show, but it is so amazing. It is so great that we get to taste all of these dishes,
Yeah.
and we get to talk about it to you guys. And you guys definitely need to try the lemon drizzle.
But the best part is we still have one remaining, and we usually save the best for last. But the only reason we're saying this is the best for last because both of us love apple pie. But
this-
everything
yeah.
has been brilliant so far.
But for me, in terms of desserts, the first two desserts gave me a very good vibe, and the expectations just went so high. And I'm waiting to try the apple pie.
Shilka, this is going to be brutality when it comes to apple pie. Because you've got two people who are
Very big fans of apple pie.
massive fans of apple pie.
Yeah, I'm very we are big critics when it comes to it, but then we are sweet.
We're very sweet people, but we're big. So Sean's a big critic when it comes to apple pie,
Oh yeah, massive critic when it comes to
And-
that, because I'm very picky with my apple pie, and
and I'm extremely horrible when it comes to biryani. Because you either get it right or you don't get it at all. Woo. Oh, that looks nice. It cuts well. It's got a crusty base.
guys, what better way to finish your dessert with? You can't finish it with anything else. I mean, you still have your pudding and your lemon drizzle cake, but then
There's apple pie.
you have to. It's a must-have. And
So you can have it with ice cream, you can have it with cream, you can have it alone. But it's always nice to taste it alone just so you can get the true taste first. I'm just waiting for Sean's reaction. You can see cinnamon on it, so that's nice to see the cinnamon drizzle. Okay, can I? Okay.
oh wow,
Am I not cutting it right? Sorry guys, I have no patience to cut it.
just look at this, guys. Look at this reaction that you're gonna get right now. Is that kind of reaction that makes you want to close your eyes. It's like that first kiss kind of a reaction. In a fairy tale. In a fairy tale, they say you close your eyes in the first kiss. It's like that romantic moment, but in this case with a dessert. And she is just, see that when you just close your eyes like this.
Just talk about it. Stop emphasizing. Wow.
Yeah, it's like, trust me, it's like okay, for all of you guys that love fairy tales, it's like that first teenage kiss where you close your eyes in those movies that you see. And when you explain it, alright, it's
The
like,
funny part is if his first girlfriend actually contacts him and saying, yes, you were talking about the first kiss.
no, I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about the movies, the fairy tale movies. Yeah, but wow, the crumbliness of the pastry, it's got that bit of bite, it's got that crunch to it, but it's not overly crunchy. Starting off with the base, and then when you go down the middle, sorry, when you go down the middle, you got the apples, which are cooked so beautifully.
I think they're not, sometimes people make the apples really soft, but these apples still have their crunch in
It's
it.
got both. That's the beauty of it. It's got both. It's got the soft cooked apples on the inside, and it's topped off with fresh slices of apple that is cooked in the oven. So you got the mushiness of the apple underneath and the freshness of the apples on top.
So
which
basically,
is
Apron
cooked.
Tales, you just did Sean a
You have spoiled me for all other apple pies. Guys,
You made him
trust
think of his first kiss for the apple pie.
it took me back years.
Are you talking about the apple pie or your first kiss?
The apple pie.
Oh, okay. The apple pie.
Okay, it took me. Actually, the apple pie didn't take me back. It just brought back. Never mind. So moving on, the apple pie itself is so you can taste the cinnamon, you can taste the goodness of the apples. It's not apples that are overly sweet that gives you this huge sugar rush because you've got sugar crystals on top. It's topped with sugar and
Yeah.
cinnamon, but it's got that. It's got the sharp. It's got a sour sweetness.
Yeah.
That sharpness of the
You've
that
actually
sharp
got the
taste.
cinnamon.
No, the sharp taste of the apple. It's that.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the apple.
Yeah, the apple itself is that very sharp, tangy, sweet goodness of the apple.
Tarty.
Tangy.
The apple's not tangy. It's tarty.
It's not tarty. Tarty gives you a bit of a this thing on your like a kind of a dip. Yeah, but it's not tartness from the apples.
Okay.
It's that kind of zing that the apples give. And the base, the sweetness, the cinnamon, oh, that adds to the flavor. Oh, Jesus, thank you. I swear, whoever created this dish must have been one of the sweetest people on earth. And for you guys to serve this,
Okay, I'm gonna butt in because I think Sean's actually lost for words because he's literally taking 10 seconds between every 5 words. But
it cannot. Okay, if I have to say it fast, it can get better than this.
exactly. So this has been lovely. As he said, there is cinnamon. The apples have got the crunchiness. They have got the mushiness. The crust on top is crunchy. The crust on the side is crunchy, yet towards the base, it's got a nice softer crust to it, and it is lovely. It's got the sweetness, it's got the tanginess. It does not remind me of my first kiss, quite honestly, because that would have been like, I don't know what it would have been. But yes, it is lovely. I said lovely a couple of times, so.
I didn't picture my first kiss.
You meant the fairy tale one.
Yeah, the fairy
Okay,
tale
for
one.
everyone out there, he did not picture his first kiss, he meant the fairy tale one. Just to be safe. But any which ways, thank you so much, Apron Tales. Thank you, Shilka. Thank you, Davya.
April Days, you guys are amazing. Thank you for this. Now, it's going to be really difficult to have any other apple pie besides this one. So if you get a call from me once every month, you know why. You know why. You know why.
Yeah, I
April
think-
Tales, thank you guys so much.
Thank you again.
it-
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, we've had a lovely taster for lunch. We're gonna continue on with our lunch because it was good. And then dessert. So it looks like we're gonna clear up the lunch and then basically indulge, devour, and binge on all of this goodness. So thank you once again, guys. Remember, we have surprises during the week, which we get surprised with.
Apron Tales, keep rocking. You guys are amazing. The food is amazing. And
Look at the food when you say it's amazing. Don't look at the apple pie and say the food was amazing.
sorry.
Gosh.
If you keep this in front of me, this is what I'm
I'll
going
take
to
it
do.
away. I'll help you. Okay, it's not in front of you.
Yeah, thank you guys for the food. And you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. It's an absolute, again, an honor to try something like this. From Italy to Coorg to wherever the apple pie came from, we love it. We enjoyed it. But this one was made in India, so yeah, we love it, and I can't wait to try. You guys need to try it. Please leave your details behind.
They're
Look at-
only a hop, skip, and jump away,
yeah,
and get in touch with them.
and I'm pretty sure you guys will love it just as much as we did. I'm going to stop talking right now because I'm going to enjoy this.
Alright. until we get back next week, tune in next weekend on Saturday and Sunday as we come up with more desserts and amazing lunch and short. Let me say bye.
Okay, say bye.
And stop it. Okay. And as I said, we have a lot coming up. So tune in for more. Till then, see you.
Thank you guys.
Go switch off. Say bye.
Okay. Bye.
See you.